Hey everybody, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. Now I've calmed down a little bit. I just want to do another video and just go through a few things and document a few things with this vehicle and the condition it is. And some of the reasons why sometimes it creates extra work, so extra costs. So firstly, the white guards covered in black diesel grease and whatever, that's not us. That's how it came in. So we'll probably clean it up anyway. Just give it a wash with some pretty strong soapy water will do the job. If not, a bit of prep sol, if not, a bit of polish, but you know, you can have a look at both sides. Some grease monkey's been climbing all over it, putting bloody mess. And you can't give a car back to a customer like that or send it on a tow truck to someone else because you don't know what you're doing. You can't do that. It's not acceptable, really, just not at all. As you can see, I removed what I could find of all the leftover parts, nuts and bolts out of the engine bay. Following on from the previous video, there is a couple of bolts missing, nothing super imperative. Luckily we've got spares, but I just want to have a look around at a few things and document this mess. The vehicle was away on a trip when it happened, so I'm not expecting it to be clean, but obviously if you keep your vehicles clean and your maintenance good, there's much better chance you're going to have less problems and keep it reliable. So one of the things that is going to create some extra work here when we do remove the engine, part of that is we've got to remove both the batteries. You can see over this side, fairly straightforward. There's a couple extra wires here, whatever, that could get in the way of disconnecting the battery and getting it out. Not a big deal. But if you have a look at over this side, there's quite a lot going on and a lot of wires and things in the way that need to really be removed to just even get that battery out. So not really whinging and complaining, just letting you know, if that wasn't there, and we're doing an engine, it's much easier to work with than this being there, especially with all of this. So just letting you know, it does create extra work. And that's why I'll say I'd never give a fixed price. I like to see, I need to see. I haven't seen your car. I haven't seen, is it here? I don't know how, you know, all the accessories, light bars bolted on it, bull bars make a difference. Everything makes a difference. How high is it? How big the tires are, making it even higher. And of course, the general condition, is everything rusted and corroded, and nuts and bolts are going to be hard to get undone and break and all that sort of thing. So you really need to see the vehicle. And this looks like one of the ones that it's not going to be the easiest one. It's not a brand new, clean, stock standard 150 Prado with a 1KD engine anymore. It's 305,000. Let's have a look exactly what it is. Bedrock mats, it's got some neoprene seat covers, nice console cover. Let's have a look at the kilometers. What is it? 305,049. I'll just get a photo of that. Beautiful. It's a bit of a general condition report, just having a bit of a look. It's pretty well sun damaged. It's a little bit knocked around. The sticker's virtually gone. That sort of thing. Just generally having a look at the vehicle for the record. Just good for checking, you know, like they do at the dealership, checking for any sort of major damage. But this vehicle, you know, it's over 10 years old. You know, it's going to have some wear and tear. The headlights are badly faded. It needs the head job, you know, the headlight job, headlight job. That's what I was meant to say. You know, it's just whatever it is, but. Dirty up under the bonnet, and so it could do with a bit more cleaning, a bit more, a bit more keeping it clean there, I'm going to say. Fishing. Now, I like the lures, and I like the sticking it up on the carpet because it's a good storage place, but please don't do that, because when the airbag deploys and that comes flying out in your face, there's a chance you might wear one of those lures, or someone might, and the last thing you want is one of those hooks through your eye when it could have just been an airbag saving your life. So, like I said, worth watching the videos, right? Did you ever think about that? Some people didn't think about that, and I understand that, and that's why. Keep watching and learn. For those that want to know about it, December 2012 built, 150 Prado, KDJ 150R. That is a LC 150 Prado for people other places in the world. Anyway, back to the front end of things here. At the end of the day, because it's pulled apart and we can't confirm cracked piston by the quick 5-second, 10-second check, 20-second, 30-second, 5 minutes, including making a damn video. It could have been done and dusted, but now we've got to get the dummy injector compression testers. If you need some of those, you can get them from kaon.com.au, something I invented many years ago and they manufactured, and I believe they still sell on their website. It's like an injector, so we're going to have to get a hold of those. They're not at this workshop because we don't normally need to do that. We don't do compression tests anymore. If you want more info, just watch the videos, check the playlist, injector information playlist. It talks all about how we used to do it and why we don't do it anymore, and there's good reasons for both. Things change, they do evolve, but we're gonna have to get a hold of those, get those into the engine, connect up the compression tester, crank it over, and just confirm we got no compression. And of course, because we'd look really silly if this engine didn't have no compression, right? And there's not really any other way we can reliably, simply, and now that it's pulled apart to this stage, so look, it's only going to take probably another hour's work on top of what I've already done. Spend a bit of time, like I said, sorting it. All the nuts and bolts are sorted out. Everything's been cleared out of the engine bay for now, ready for storage over Christmas and probably New Year, I'd say. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I will have to start. There is a lot of work that goes on in the background. For example, we've got a clear hose here from the map. This is the map sensor, and there's normally a filter here, and the filter's there so that the engine soot and contaminants don't contaminate the sensor, which in this case they could be because the filter has been removed. So I want to refit the filter. I could maybe just use this clear hose, but someone's discarded the perfectly good, genuine rubber, you know, quality EPDM rubber vacuum hoses that Toyota use that normally go there and there. So I've probably got to order those two hoses, and they're probably going to be another $50 worth of rubber. You know, just unnecessary cost. This is what I mean. It just adds together. It just keeps adding on, and it's all small things, and I sort of just forget about it. And, you know, so it adds up. Know that it's going to add up, particularly if the situation's like this, unfortunately. So here's what we're left with. We've put the spare wheel cover back in the back of the car. We've got the valve cover. We've got the cover over the cover. We've got 3 of the bolts that go in the cover over the cover, 1 missing. We've got the little rubber PCV hose. I've got spare ones of those. They're about $20, right? Anyway, valve cover bolts, didn't even bother counting. We've got plenty of spares. Injector line clamp, which is good to have, and the nuts. That bolt that was in the engine, I believe, is off the bracket there. This bracket and those bolts were there, which is good. Some return line bolts, there was only 3, one's missing. So a couple of bolts missing, but it's really minor stuff. We can certainly deal with this. So it's not a big deal moving forward now. So everyone stay calm. But I have got a question for you. If you made it this far through the video, it'll be only the regulars. And if you're not a regular, maybe you should. So subscribe, turn the bell on if you want. But what my question is, are you with me? Should the workshop that this vehicle went to, that it got towed into, with an engine running on 3 cylinders, running rough basically, should they have the basic knowledge to have been able to diagnose what was wrong with this engine, since it's so supposedly common, happens all the time, obviously not that often for these people, I hope, anyway. But if it's that common, should they have the basic knowledge to have been able to diagnose this without going this far into it, if you know what I mean? Or do you think all these repairs, ripping it all apart, bending the heck out of this wiring loom back that hard that it stays all the way back there with nothing holding it, while it's still in the clamps that they could have opened up and just got the wiring loom a bit further out of the way? You know, it's not how we roll, but should they have... Should we be happy that they've done this, if they've done a compression test, which I'm yet to find out if that's what they've done. I haven't asked any questions yet. I'm putting what I see it together, the way I see it together in those videos, and then we'll go back to the repairer. Are they a repairer? They're not much of a diagnoser or repairer. They're a mess maker, that's for sure. But look, maybe I'm just getting a bit, you know, maybe I'm just too fussy. You know, let me know in the comments, what's going on? Am I on the right track? Should they have been able to simply diagnose the cracked piston, just like all of you guys can, guys and girls, anybody that's watched the videos, just like all of you can? Should workshops at least be able to do that? Should Toyota dealers be able to do that? Or should they be needing to do all of this? That's what I want to know. Anyway, I'll stop yapping. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks for everyone's support. I don't know when this video is going out. It could be next year. I better drop it this year now. That means I've got to go boom and drop out fresh videos. All right, let's do that. Happy days. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. There'll be more on this one, I think you'll find, with more info. Let's see how it pans out.